Så, nu ska jag fortsätta läsa lite. Jag gör ju yogan då. Vilket är viktigare än läsa den, såklart. Oj, nu ser jag förresten. Jag har täckt öppningen till min lilla... Oh, I'm going to speak in English. I'm sorry. Well, hi someone who's here. I blocked the entrance into my cat's little cozy corner. Well, she'll figure it out, I hope. Well, anyways, I will continue. Now it's controversial because this is about Yogi Bhajan then, but I will read what it says here. So I have read it. Anyways, yeah. There are three in me. One is Harbhajan Singh, and if I don't then pronounce it wrong, then you know that. One is Yogi Bhajan, one is Siri Singh Sahib. Aha. Siri Singh Sahib is a very direct hustler, not hustler, who'll nail you on the spot, okay? This sounds very interesting. Well, anyway, he'll find what is wrong with you, analyze you like anything. Yogi Bhajan is that compassionate, analytical, intelligent man who tells you this is this because of that. But it's up to you, son or daughter, to do whatever you want. Then there is Harbhajan Singh, who will say, well, let us all freak out. Don't worry. There is no problem in the world. Everything is all right. God and me and God are one, said Yogi Bhajan, 1979. Wow. Wow. I've never heard and read anything like this. There are three in me. Interesting. Wow, what? Anyway, I will keep reading just. Harbhajan Singh Puri was born on August 26, 1929. Okay, there were some other persons that integrated kind of in herself. Oh, now the cat just moving around. Because I've blocked the entrance to her cozy corner. I'm sorry, baby. And also the blankets in the bed are outdoors. I have to fix this. I have to pause for a second just to fix it for her. Wait a sec. Hi. Hi, someone who likes it. Well, everything fell around here. So I hope you didn't hear my screaming. Anyways, going into calm yogi mode. Now she won't even dare to be around, I think. Oh, breathe. My little nephew, today he told me, well, yesterday he asked me if I was a circus artist, but then again, today we bought some circus game. Anyways, then he he was breathing in through the mouth and then out through the nose. Look, he said, like, this is magic. Sweetheart. Yeah, I should do some exercise with that then. Oh gosh. Okay, moving on. Harbhajan Singh Puri was born on August 26th, 1929. At the time of sunset in the little village of Kot Harkam, however you say anything of these things, in the district of Gujaranwala. Oh, I think this is super boring. I'm sorry. I want to read it still. What is now Pakistan, then part of India. Oh, was it even a little bit more interesting now? Anyway, everything is not comfortable. He was the first son born into a family which had prayed for the birth of a male. Here, yeah, whatever. For over 25 years, with one of those prayers had gone. Oh, I need to do something, by the way, before it starts. I can't have Netflix on meanwhile. Then it gets very loud suddenly. All right, so. Yeah, which one of those prayers had gone a promise that such a son would be carried to the shrine of Vaishnu Devi to give thanks for the blessing of his birth and to give him the immediate experience of that holy place. I don't even understand what I'm reading now, but maybe I can listen later if I understand that. God. All right, let's see. So it was that a tiny infant, Harbhajan Singh, was tired to do his father's. No, he was not tired to do it. Never mind what I said right now. He was tied to his father's chest, nestled under his flowing beard, and carried up the steep slopes to the cave of Vashnu Dev in fulfillment of that sacred promise. Oh, I'm so super bored now. Anyway, although young Harbhajan Singh was but an infant, whose age was measured in days rather than months or years, the impact of that first visit, the sacredness of that prayer, and the determination to fulfill that commitment were events which were to shape his entire philosophy and experience of life. Thus began his practice of visiting every possible holy shrine and holy person. Gosh, I want to scream now. And of pursuing the study of all the teachings, scriptures, and technologies of the religions of all the world. Oh, now I need to really breathe here. Oh. I want to read this. I really am interested. This is one of my favorite interests. But yeah, I just need to breathe. Some parts of it is very uninteresting to me. Okay. Moving on. Childhood. Harbhajan Singh. Oh, I want to say like bad things now. I'm just going to not do. I want to comment in a bad way. I won't do it. Just keep going. Had been born into a landlord's family whose combined holdings included the entire village. Well, who cares, really? Anyways, consequently, his birthday was a very festive occasion, one which was celebrated throughout the village. Each birthday, he would be weighed, and as many kids as he weighed, that many gold coins, along with 7 times that number of kilos of wheat, oh, really, would be distributed to the poor people of the village. Oh, that's a little bit sweet, though. From this tradition of feeding the poor on his birthday, the consequences of seva and the practice of feeding people was established in him very early in his life. Well, one should do that, right? His early education was unique in the way that he was the only boy attending a girls' Catholic convent school, a school that provided the finest education available in the area. He frequently unnerved the Mother Superior with his profound and unanswerable questions. I really try. I don't understand who is here. It must be one of my, what does it say, foes. Who else would be here? I think I know. Anyway, Sant Hazara Singh, Yogi Bhajan studied Kundalini Yoga. Is this another one? Tantric Yoga and Gong meditation. Oh, I need some Gong now. I need to listen to that afterwards because that's like so healing. Right. Under the direction of Sant Hasara Singh, master of Kundalini Yoga and Mahan Tantric of that time, we can get an impression of Sant Hasara Singh and the kind of training he gave Yogi Bhajan from some stories told by Yogi Bhajan. And you are still here, someone. Really? Well, okay, I need to get through it. Thank you, though. Keeping up, one of... Oh, my gosh, I really, really need to breathe. Hey, baby. Oh, I really, really need to breathe. And this morning, although now she at least found her way into a cozy corner, that's good. Now I can relax for her. Oh my God. It's really good for me that I do yoga every day. It's really good for maybe everyone, but in particular for myself. Oh my. But this morning it had been, when you don't plan your own things, although they are fun, everything is like you can flow with it probably, but it irritates my system when things are like very chopped up, like, and you never know what the next step would be, and and oftentimes that irritates me afterwards. I get like on edge, everything is irritating, sort of, that feeling. But in a way, I'm giggly inside. I have this strange irritation. It's more like, I don't know. I just need to breathe. Someone sitting there. Hi over there. Anyways, God, so moving on with this now. I will just not care. Okay, keeping up. On one occasion, young Harbhajan Singh, not this one again. I'm so bored about this Harbhajan Singh. I can't even believe it. Was attending a sporting event, and in order to see better over the crowd, he jumped up and hung onto a heating duct. Unfortunately, the duct collapsed and brought down half the wall and ceiling on top of him. Yeah, you see it like the lighting or something. He was quite seriously injured since half of his body was temporarily paralyzed, and he was rushed to a hospital. This accident occurred at the time of his final examinations for graduation from secondary school. Oh, I'm so bored. And under the British system, to miss the finals would require attending school for an additional year. I can't do this right now. I should have done yoga beforehand. Anyways, at the time of his examination, I mean, who even cares? But you're right. Sant Hasana Singh visited him in the hospital. Oh, and if I move my head, I'm like in a very bad position also. I have to move everything because the light here is not like... I have to move my head in a certain way to be able to see what I read, which is also not comfortable. Oh, well, okay. Can I keep it? Yeah, I can maybe keep it here. Oh, I'm so irritated. Right, let's see. Where was I even? Yeah, he visited him in the hospital. When he heard that his young student would have to spend an extra year in school, he insisted that such a waste of time for a bright young man could not be tolerated. The tests must be taken, he said then. Oh, okay, who cares still? I want to, though. Harbhajan Singh was not only in great pain, he couldn't write and could barely speak. He protested. The doctors objected. The Sant Hasara Singh would accept no opposition. Oh, I'm so bored. I'm sorry. I'm so bored about these men, actually. I mean, these... right now I feel like angry. I don't know if this is also sort of a instinctual thing about just this chapter is about Yogi Bhajan then, and I used to be quite happy and cheerful. Because of the fact that I've got so much good out of Kundalini yoga, but maybe now that also pisses me off. This all high and mighty, they think, men. I am so disturbed. Ooh, I'm disturbed. Okay, let's see now. Oh. Harbhajan Singh was packed up on a stretcher and carried to the examination hall. Sant Hasara Singh then proceeded to convince the examiner that Harbhajan Singh should be allowed to take the test, and that he be read the questions and have somebody be assigned to write down the answers. Well, the tests were passed, the body healed, but most importantly, Yogi Bhajan was permanently imbued with the principle of keep up. So, is this his name beforehand then? I don't understand. No, actually, I have been drinking coffee, and I haven't eaten a lot. I took some French fries from the little kid. He didn't want to eat them, but I did drink coffee this morning. So yeah, I should drink more coffee probably. Then I would be more cheerful. But usually I get very happy spirited when I drink coffee. But now I feel the opposite. But this was like many hours ago, so maybe that's also I need to eat something. But now I just want to do this then. Right, let's see. So I wonder if this person then is Yogi Bhajan before his name before he changed just his name. It's not like he's have several. Like a schizoid thing. Let's see now. The uncompromising persistence of his teacher pushed him beyond his self-imposed limits, beyond the limitations others would impose. He learned to keep up, to never give an inch to release. No. To give an inch, to relate to the infinite and not to the finite. It's not the life that matters, it's the courage that you bring to it. That's beautiful, though. Right? I have some cold water here. I can cool myself down. The Ayurveda, then I have too much pitta right now. And it was salty also, those French fries. Coffee is also heating. So I guess cooling myself down with some water is a good thing. When it comes to Ayurveda, I have a lot of Vata in my mind, especially. I'm very much Vata, but also Kapha. I'm very, in a way, very solid, like stable. Luckily, if I didn't have that, I don't know. But I don't have a lot of that Pitta energy, which is generally competitive. It's also very intelligent, so I don't know what about that. But I get information though from spirits, thankfully, so they guide me a bit though. But so usually I'm not angry. I am almost like those lightnings, I guess. It's over when it's over. No, but it's so very quick, like flashes, and they are. Yeah, it could be like a short-lived thunderstorm, but it's over, and it's quickly over with, and then I'm just cheerful again. So people around me, those who have been very close with me, usually it lingers with them longer than with me. Then they don't understand how you can shift so quickly to being cheerful again suddenly. But that's like my basic mood still, and I'm giggly inside now. Even oftentimes I laugh at my irritation. I start to laugh at myself in a way because I think it's so over the top. When things fall down and you scream from the top of your lungs, that's like Yeah, I don't know. It's too much to react that way. I mean, okay, let's see now. Challenge. One other occasion, Yogi Bhajan told a story about an incredible test that Sant Hasara put him through. I don't like this Sant Hasara though. Do you know about yoga anything? I don't know. I like anyone right now much. Maybe I should just pull cards or something else. Now I will see here though. Feel free to interrupt me with something if you want to. As they were taking, I mean, and that also when I can't read. As they were taking a walk together, they passed a large tree. Sant Hasara Singh said, Bhajan, you are so big and strong. Could you maybe show me how you can climb this tree? So the young Harbhajan Singh, proud of his young strength, climbed up the tree. As he sat down on a branch of the tree to take a rest, Sant Hasara Singh called up to him and said, Very good, now wait there until I come back. The young yoga student, well, he was a yoga student of him then, though. No, yoga is fabulous. But it doesn't really include, it doesn't have to include all these, I don't know. It's about, I wonder what the word is in förening. Was the connection? No, that's not the right interpretation in English. It's like, yeah, becoming aware anyways. That's like what it is. Of being, I guess, one. That is, yeah, anyway. And there are many variations of yoga. But no again. Let's see how. Yeah, the young yoga student was sat there waiting unwaveringly, hard words, for his master to come back. He had to wait 3 days. Wow. I mean, that's so over the top also, isn't it? No, this, I also kind of, I'm sorry, I don't want to mock it, but I kind of do. Maybe this is just a made up story. Maybe not. It's tough though. Drink the dew from the leaves, relieve himself from the branches before Sant Hasara Singh returned. It's almost like those initiations, like Vision Quests things, but for 3 days. When his teacher returned, the young yogi never received a word of compliment or even concern of how he managed. Yet Yogi Bhajan says about his teacher, he brought out of me not the man, not the godly man, not the great man, but a real human. Oh, that's true though. The more you get pushed, the more you get real. There is nothing in the world I can pay to him in tribute, compliment, and thanks. He did the most wonderful job. I used to say I was a nut, but he tightened all my nuts so well that I became the best. That's why calamity is my breakfast, tragedy is my lunch, and treachery is my supper. This is so beautiful. Now I start to like it again, you see. The mood is changed. The weather is better now already. This is so true, though. That's why calamity is my breakfast, tragedy is my lunch, and treachery is my supper. You can write it down, it will help you. Is there anything else which can bother you? If you can eat all these 3 things and digest them, you are the best person. So you can really thank those who push you. It's not their intent, though, to awaken greatness in you, but they do still so. Someone else is listening also. He was attacked and eaten by squirrels. Really? Do you know? I didn't know about this. Right. Maybe that comes later. Commitment. A perhaps painful lesson, maybe that was the painful lesson, in Yogi Bhajan's life was taught to him at the hands of Sant Hasara Singh when he, in 1947, Sant Hasara Singh announced to his student Harbhajan Singh that he, Sant Hasara Singh, was now about to enter a period of living hell. And he declared, Your orders are that we will never see each other face to face again. Sant Sanchi was to spend many years as a freedom fighter and gained great renown. All right. He went on to live a married life. He has since left his body, and his orders were obeyed by his devoted and disciplined student. The pain of all that separation must have been great. Yogi Bhajan recollects one occasion when he was passing by Santij village Turaha and sent word through a messenger that he was in the vicinity. Word came back from Sanchi, or however you say it. I know he is there. Tell him to proceed. I don't understand half of this actually, but I'm moving on. I would just read it anyways. The thing why I also get like not like bothered by these stories. I really I really want to read them. Aside from my energy at this moment, I need more water. But I mean, the thing I guess that bothers me or bores me is that when I do this medicine wheel and everything is like stories. However, let's say factual or true they are, still they are stories. And I think I don't want to waste time too much with all those stories. There are so many of them from all kinds of angles and perspectives and everything. And there is so much more to enjoy just in the now than all these sometimes very fabricated also stories. It is draining, yeah. But then again, since I want to be educated in this, I need to read it. I want to read it also. And then I can let go of it still. But Yogi Bhajan on Siddhis. This I think I am interested in. Siddhis is very interesting. Yogi Bhajan, in his younger years, had what is called the water siddhi, a power over the water element. Here he describes how he got rid of that curse. He sees it as a curse, though. Really? Okay. When I had all those powers, I was very funny. One day I made a pretty big mistake. Oh, all these chords here. Anyways, we were sitting as a group, and all of a sudden rain clouds came and rain poured down. But on that 2-acre area where we were sitting, not one drop fell. Everybody was very happy. They appreciated Yogi Baba very much as a great sadhu. When everything was over, we were eating langar, the group meal, and this very, very old man came to me and said, "You did this?" I said, "What? I didn't do anything." He said, "You wished that there should not be rain?" I said, asking then. Well, it was inconvenient. We were so much into God and so happy and ecstatic. He said, "You see these trees and these plants? You took away their water. Why did you do that?" I said. "I didn't do anything. I did wish, yes. I'm not denying this. I did wish it should not rain here." He said, "It should not get granted." "You mean my wish got granted?" He said, "Are you blind? See it." I said, "Yeah, but I have so many men, thousands of men. I'll tell them tomorrow to water the whole thing. I can tell them now, just saying that one word. It'll all happen." He said, "Ah, that's good. So you have control over water." I said, "Kind of." He said, "Then when your soul will not be free, it shall go through the water." I said, "Well, it will take a bath. What difference it will make?" He said, "Half of the lives live in the water. I shall go through all those incarnations. You want that?" Oh gosh, this is complicated, I feel. It shall go through all those incarnations. You want that? Oh, okay. I understand now. Those who live in water. I said, "Wait a minute. What are you saying?" He said, "I am telling you something you do not understand. If you have a city or a control on one of the elements, you have to go through that element." I said, "Oh, I understand." And that was that last day I ever did anything like that. I don't know about this though, but anyway, okay, moving on. So I went to Amritsar. I stood before the gate of Harimandir, or however you say Sahib, the golden temple. I said, "Blessed are you who has taught me all. Blessed is me who shall never learn again these hanky pankies," and gave it up. That's it. Intervening in his will for the better is admissible. For the worst, you are wrong. Yes, you are uplifting. Yes, divine. And other control, direct, indirect, mental, verbal, or impractical. You are causing a cause. You are starting a sequence where you have to face the consequences. As a teacher, you can't have consequences. Therefore, you don't start the sequence. That's the law in life. You don't cross that law. Just as just as you carry a basket, you must keep its bottom well down, so things don't spill. Oh gosh, right? Someone wrote me. I have to check it. I was too curious doing some. What is this now? I don't even. Anyways, wow. I have no clue. Never mind. I won't even go into that. Anyway, so I know people, not only people, even myself, but I don't really agree on this though. I mean, there are many traditions and many ways of seeing things. Yeah, and you should work in harmony with the rest of the flow. If you then talk about water, I think. But I think this. But who am I? But from my perspective now, what I see things, I don't think that's correct to ignore your ability to rather not control but communicate with the universe at large. And there are helpful spirits in all, if we call them dimensions or whatever. So why would we give that up? I think sometimes teachings comes from a place of it depends. If we do those things out of ego to try to be something or so, then it will be harmful for ourselves, at least I think. But anyways, I don't agree with that so much. And there is so much. I think I also have a very hard time with those things in whatever area. It doesn't even have to be religious in any kind of way. But in Swedish, it's called präktighet. I mean, it's I don't know even if there is an English good word for that. If you are trying to be super good kind of thing, almost I mean, it's like neurotic. It's insane in its way, and I see that everywhere when it comes to whatever, actually protecting the environment or anything, actually exactly anything could go in that direction, and I don't think it's healthy. Not saying I come from a very healthy perspective all the time, but yeah. I just also when someone says like this, could be rather a way to try to keep someone in control and not using their own power. Anyway, moving on then. Master of Kundalini Yoga, under the watchful eye of Saint, no, not Saint, it says Sant. Sant Hazara Singh, Yogi Bhajan perfected the disciplines of Kundalini Yoga and Tantric Yogas. By the remarkably young age of 16, he was acknowledged by his teacher to have attained mastery of Kundalini Yoga. I have cards here also, if someone wants. Anyways, I'm moving on. Yogic training. Besides studying Kundalini and Tantric Yoga with Sant Hazara Singh, Yogi Bhajan took further training in yoga under Acharya Narinder Dev of Yoga Smriti, who taught Hatha Yoga and the impact and imbalance of the nervous system. The latter subject proved invaluable to him in the United States, where he found most people suffering from disorders of the nervous system. The world-renowned Sivananda Ashram in Rishikesh, where renowned masters Swami Shidananda, Swami Vishnu Devananda, and Swami I'm sorry, Swami Satchidananda studied all the names, served as a spiritual fountain for that flow of eternal truth, which is known as Vedanta philosophy. Okay. From this famous source of divine wisdom, Harbhajan Singh was able to fill his heart and mind with inspiration. I'm getting through this, anyways, but with sort of struggle right now. Family life. From the saint grandfather as a young child, Harbhajan Singh heard inspiring stories of the of the Sikh gurus. Stories of Sikh history that shaped his values and virtues that later he shared with his yoga students. Harbhajan Singh went on to complete his formal education. He holds a philosophy doctor in psychology to pursue a career. Yeah, not surprising about this psychology. I do not like that. Usually, the more you know about psychology, the more you manipulate your way in. Yeah, that's what I think. Anyway, and I mean, in that case, yeah, I don't know for sure, but yeah, that's what I see. It's really a tool for, and in that case, it's functional. But I don't see many other uses of this as of yet. Actually, I don't like it. Anyway, to pursue a career as a government officer and to live a householder's life. He was married in 1953 to Sardani Inderjit Kaur, and together they raised their 3 children. I didn't even know this. I didn't know much about this. Guru Ram Das. Here then comes something a little bit more interesting. One of the most important experiences in the life of Harbhajan Singh was the recognition of his very personal guru, Guru Ram Das. This was the turning point, which was a mark of his future and his destiny. I don't understand also, but never mind. Even if you change your name, if you go into yoga studios or whatever, would you still then be that other name from before? I don't know. Anyway, moving on. As a government officer, he had been posted to various districts throughout India, and in 1960 he was assigned to the district surrounding the city of Amritsar. Throughout the duration of this assignment, he was determined to take his opportunity to wash the marble floors of this I've heard about actually, of the Harimandir Sahib, the Golden Temple. As a Sikh, he recognized the special significance of the Golden Temple and the holy city of Amritsar. But above and beyond that, his personal spiritual pursuit had convinced him that only through humility and the performance of humble selfless service could he find the fulfillment which he was seeking. Are you still here? Patient enough? He had spent many years as a student of spiritual and religious teachers. He had also spent many years functioning in his capacity as a teacher, and he had attained the siddhis powers of a perfected yogi. And then he gave him them up, or what? No, maybe not those. That's something else he meant with those powers, I guess. Maybe every power is called siddhis. I think of those that are generally considered as supernatural, although everything is natural, but anyway. Yet he knew that there was a need in his life for a teacher, for a guide and guru to whom he could belong beyond the personal individual ties. Oh, I read strangely. With any earthly being. He longed for the final touch of infinite love and understanding which would make all of the pieces of the puzzle of life fit together. So every day for 4.5 years, the government officer Harbhajan Singh went and washed the floors of the Harimandir Sahib, the Golden Temple. By cleaning the floors of his beloved Guru's house, he came to realize that he was indeed a blessed son of the house of Guru Ram Das. He has always said that he is who he is because he washed the floors of the Golden Temple, not because of any of his titles or degrees. You're smiling. Wow. Okay, this was beautiful though, a little bit, right? Okay, a little bit more. To the west, there were many incidents leading up to the time when Harbhajan Singh. Oh, why do they have to say all that? Couldn't they just have a nickname? Hubby, not hubby, no, but I mean anything than having to say this long name every time I read it. Gah. Anyway, the customs officer at Palim International Airport would depart from the same airport in September 1968 to begin an entirely new phase in his life. Right. The final event occurred when a Canadian gentleman appeared at the customs depot in New Delhi. He happened to express dissatisfaction with his efforts to locate a yogi to come to Canada to teach at the University of Toronto. Harbhajan Singh talked with a gentleman about his own not logic training, yogi training. The position was offered to him, and within a short time, he was making preparations for his departure. Mhm. As it happened, upon reaching London, the airlines had lost the luggage, his luggage. All he had with him was a small Air France bag containing a tape recorder and a Gurbani Kirtan recording of the names. Sukhmani. His luggage was never returned. Thus, he entered Canada with just the set of clothing he was wearing, virtually penniless, only to learn that the gentleman whom he was to contact in Canada for his teaching position had been killed in an automobile accident. Oh my, I didn't know any of this actually. Oh, okay. The hand of the Guru is evident as we look back upon these events. Harbhajan Singh had arrived in the West, and now he was to set out to discover the the course, which the Guru had set for him. He soon secured a job as a clerk in a major book publishing house, taught yoga at the local. God, I'm too hungry to do this apparently. At a local yoga ashram and at a popular housing facility known as Rochdale, and became affectionately known to his students there as Yogi Bhajan. Oh, here he is, eventually. Like Guru Joe. That would be easier, right? Guru Joe, who is that? We can make him up. Okay. In December 1968, an old friend from New Delhi who had settled in the United States invited Yogi Bhajan to come to Los Angeles for a weekend visit. Yogi Bhajan immediately sensed that in Los Angeles was the center of youth movement towards self-knowledge, self-discovery, and expression of real and meaningful values. It was like the hippies, all right? Yeah, I just saw a documentary with... what is her name now? Oh, can I not remember it even? Oh, the other day. What is her name now? Her name is... I've forgotten it now. But anyways, I just... Well, maybe I can actually check it. I think I put a post here on it. How can I even... I'm so tired. I'm hungry. Let's see now. It should be here somewhere. Joni Mitchell, of course. Lady Blue. I didn't know a lot about the things she shared, but what a beautiful soul. Oh, wow. And about this era and the place there where he also entered into then, apparently. Anyways, at the time there, when things changed for the not better. Okay, let's see. Where was I? He saw that the Guru has guided him there because he had been well equipped with knowledge, experience, and technology, which would fulfill the longing of those searching souls. He began teaching Kundalini Yoga first at the East West Cultural Center and then in a furniture store at 8800 Melrose Avenue. Anyways, it's good to have the history, although I don't care much. But okay, moving on here. In 1971, Yogi Bhajan became the master of White Tantric Yoga, the Mahan Tantric. At any one time, there can be only one living Mahan Tantric. While alive, Sant Hasara Singh was the Mahan Tantric. When Yogi Bhajan was studying with Sant Hasara Singh, or Joe, there had been one other student named Lama Lilan Po. When Santji passed on, the power of the Mahan Tantric was transferred to Lama Lilan Po in 1997. When Lama Lilan Po died, the mantle of authority was bestowed upon Yogi Bhajan, giving him the power and responsibility of the Mahan Tantric. The Mahan Tantric facilitates White Tantric Yoga during White Tantric Yoga meditation, much subconsciously. What? The Mahan Tantric facilitates White Tantric Yoga during White Tantric Yoga meditation. Much subconscious negativity is released from the participants. In order to release the negativity without its projection onto the partner, the Mahan Tantric filters the negativity through his own aura. Wow, maybe he picked up too much there or something, although he shouldn't. Okay, Kundalini Yoga as taught by Yogi Bhajan. From the first moment he began to teach Kundalini Yoga, he declared, I have come to create teachers, not to gather students. I have come by my Guru's grace to serve those souls who shall serve the Aquarian age. He began to share a body of teachings which we call Kundalini Yoga as taught by Yogi Bhajan. Oh, my neck hurt. I just have to move my head in the wrong way when I read. With perfect consciousness and grace, he built an institution, a house of teachings to serve the Aquarian consciousness. A student asked him, how can I get to know you better? He replied, I am my teachings. Read them, practice them, and you will know me. By his sacrifice, devotion, and consciousness, he left us a legacy, not a lineage, and a path, not a personality. Oh, okay, that's beautiful, though, right? Not much now left here to read. Then I come to Awakening the Consciousness, but I will not continue to read because I'm irritated. Anyways, Siri Singh Sahib, each aspect of his life had prepared him for the many-faceted role he was to play in the West as a spiritual teacher, organizer, and administrator of a vast network of communities and businesses throughout the world, and finally as the chief religious and administrative authority for Sikh Dharma in the West in 1970. Yogi Bhajan became the first Siri Singh Sahib and was given the authority to create a ministry for Sikh Dharma in the Western Hemisphere. His unprecedented, inspired leadership has set a standard of excellence, and it has birthed a Dharma whose roots have grown deep within the communities in which it serves. Wow, I'm very soon done with this. God. But it was very good for me to read this. I'm just too impatient to read it silently by myself. Then I start to do something else. So I need to make you all suffer with this. As Yogi Bhajan has worked diligently to spread the science and practice of Kundalini Yoga throughout the Western Hemisphere and beyond, he has become widely recognized as a world leader and champion of world peace and healing. Well, now he's known for other things. He has been actively involved with interreligious dialogue in June 1985. He established his first international peace prayer day. This annual event has become a day of unified prayer for world peace and is attended by many prominent internationally recognized figures in the realms of religion, politics, and humanity. That by itself should be a warning, right? Sometimes. We think that's something really good, but maybe it's not. Yogi Bhajan has been able to draw upon the wisdom imparted to him by the many teachers in his life. Yeah, and upon the tried and tested cultural traditions of an ancient and noble society. Well, that is a good. I mean, not everyone can translate that, let's say, or transform that into more Western or into a more digestible form, maybe. He has utilized training in the yogic sciences and his knowledge of simple dietary practices derived from a culture which was still in touch with its own folk medicines, like Ayurveda, I guess, then. Combining all this with his innate wisdom and enlightenment gained by serving the house of Guru Ram Das, the man who was known as Harbhajan Singh, molded by the Guru as the messenger of truth, was set upon a mission to serve, guide, and shape a community of individuals destined to evolve into leaders and teachers for the Aquarian age. Oh, boring. I mean, I'm sorry, but I mean the repetition of all these words also make me a little bit bored. Moving on, Yogi Bhajan. This is the last little phrase here. Whew. Yogi Bhajan left his physical body at 9 p.m. MDT on October 6, 2004, at the age of 75. His passing took place at his home in Espanola, New Mexico. Moving memorials took place all over the world to commemorate the life of this extraordinary teacher and humanitarian. The many teachers who were inspired by his example and committed to carrying on the great legacy of his incomparable teachings. Oh, it just said that. Strange meaning. Anyway, here are excerpts from his last recorded lecture, Sunday, October 3rd, 2004. God and soul are permanent, everlasting. We are bound to go. One day we shall be at that stage. The body will become a permanent soul. Let us understand we are the infinite ray of God. Life is to live for each other. It is to live for each other. Yeah, well, God, I'm not in such a not best mood ever. Do you want me to pull some cards or something? I should actually get myself some coffee since you're still around, right? I will just put some warm some water here. So I will pause for a second just to go and do that, right? Are you staying? Have you gone? You are still here. Someone is here. Then I can pull some cards and talk more normally. That was exhausting for my system, actually. Go ahead. Thank you. Okay, wait a second. And I just paused the sound also. Hi. Yeah, you need it too, right? After listening. So, but I have to wait for the water to get hot. I should actually only allow myself to have cool things now or food or something. But I haven't gotten to that part of the book where it's about the dietary recommendations. I should read that maybe first. Oh, yeah, that was rough reading. But I took some coconut oil, which is also cooling. Maybe that helps. So I'm not so edgy. But now I don't have any water here. So I have some cards here, though. Do you want me to pull some cards for you? Do you have some question or something? Do you want to know about... I'm sorry. Need pause again. So, do you want to know about love? I have some psychic tarot of the heart here for you. Yep. All right. Ooh. Let's see what they say. Sorry, I make strange sounds. Okay, let's see now. Challenging times and strengthening bonds. Oh, a third card. And that is about the third eye chakra. Oh, what does this card want to say to you? I actually need to check which one this is. I think there is a purple border of this challenging time, and it has some. This man standing there has some shield in front of him. Yeah. Let's see. I just want to know if it's the... I think it's the spirit the spirit cards that have purple border. Or violet, it says here, yeah. So this is not so bad. It could have been worse if it would have been the Five of Swords, let's say, of air, but this is fire. So this is the love. This is the love for you right now. There, you want different things, you and someone here. So, not a battle of wills. It's not like a very intense battle here. You're just standing there protecting yourself. No one is attacking you exactly, but there's a lot of passion and a lot of romance here, actually, if I look at the colors. And you have a lot of maybe a bit hidden but still passion. But there is also very much, since it's a spirit card, there's a deep spiritual sense in you as well, almost like those spiritual warriors, in whatever way you define that. It may not be like in a traditional way, whatever, but something that you value very much, is like something that you hold on to, and your guidelines, I guess, maybe in life or something like that. Something that you build your belief system on, I think. Sorry. No, it will start to sound like that. It's very important to you. And you and others, whatever, girls or guys or whatever, here. Someone else is here. Hi, someone. I don't see who you are, but anyway. Yeah, I will also have to pick up my water soon. But anyway, yeah, you want different things. That's the problem here. Whomever you have around that you have some feelings for, or would want to build something with, but it's not possible here because you want to build different things actually here. So, and I guess that's why you also keep this shield. You don't let them in because you understand that, sort of. And then the ace or one of Pentacles or Earth, it would be. It says strengthening bonds. And here is a woman. She's like walking. It's very beautiful. It's this is, by the way, I said it's the Jan Holland, the Tarot of the Heart, if you want to Google the meanings. Hi, it's so good to hear your voice this morning. Thank you, Jessica. So anyways, so she's walking in a garden. There is like those trees with white flowers in them, and it's bright light. She's walking away though. So I don't know what this means. It's very lush and green and beautiful, and she's very peaceful and calm. I think you let her walk away, or him, whomever it means. I mean, it doesn't have to be a he or she here, but it's her in the picture, in the image. I guess this is a suggestion to you, persecution. To not do that. No, but it's a suggestion to maybe not let her go, I think, because it says strengthening bonds. The potential here, it have not yet become what you want it to be, but there is the potential to make it, I mean, good in all kinds of ways. Like in the Pentacle, it involves all elements and all areas of life. I mean, good in all ways. But this is still just a seed. I don't think she knows about. You keep it all hidden, or a lot hidden, so she doesn't know this. Therefore, she walks away. But she have a lot of attraction and so on towards you as well. But she doesn't know it's replicated. Is that word? So, and then the third eye chakra, which then means, I think, just to listen in. I will also do that. I will pick up the coffee first, and then I will tune in to whatever they want to say also. But I think you need to, because you have this connection to the spirit much. You need to listen rather than go by your defenses or so. But wait a sec. I need to pause a bit and get my coffee. Hi, I'm sorry it took some time. I had to lit some candle also. So now I have my coffee that is too hot to even drink it. What? Oh no. Anyway, so yeah, if anyone else also have a question to the cup, yeah, I should tune in to you also. Wait a second, just have to make some things fall around and so. But yeah, so these are the messages, and the woman there, if yeah, whomever it is, then breathing. She is. She's very peaceful also walking. I mean, she's not walking quickly away. She's not running away. She's very she does not know how much you appreciate her, so she's like almost gliding when she's slowly moving to where she get more where some, I mean, she's quite alone but not suffering from it, but she goes towards the light. Yeah, not dying, I think, but I mean, Yeah, she's drawn to where she meets some warmth and all that. So I think the defensiveness or the things that you keep in uh, will make her go in another direction slowly. But you could catch up with her, if you wanted to. So, um, but you're standing there and just hope she wouldn't like attack, jump on you like a cougar or something. I don't know. No, but she's very sweet. She's very also innocent. This one does not have ulterior motives. Maybe you would expect that since you may have. I mean, not that you may have. I mean, rather that maybe you have met that in life, also challenges or people meaning something else, and that's they say or whatever struggles with others. So you expect that, but she does not have that at all. She's like she's so obvious, there is nothing. She's just it's just love and no and nothing that is threatening. Actually, you say ha. actually. Anyways, okay, we'll move in now. I mean, I will just tune into my third eye chakra then, see if there is any messages for you. But you can tune in yourself also to just feel that, I guess, and maybe you have to also actually. I will say when I actually tune in, but maybe you also will have to let her go if your aims or your what you aim for, what you want as a result. If that she moved again, Jessica maybe left because no one else is here now. Anyway, I was silent or whatever. If she wanted to card, but maybe you will have to let her go if you don't want the same things. But I wonder if you know what she wants actually, because it says that it will be so good, and it's also says strengthening bonds, so it encourages you to do so, to really understand. Maybe you have a perception preset about what her aim is or what her heart is even, and her and so on, and it's not right. If you strengthen those bonds, you will know. Anyway, now I will tune in third eye chakra and see what is said to you here. Well, I'm sorry, I'm just saying for a little bit. Wait a second. Well, maybe inspired by the cards, but they say like through a little bit opening, you will reach the results you want. So you don't need to totally change. I mean, maybe you feel like, I mean, you couldn't even if you would want to. I don't think you couldn't transform yourself into her ways of being. She's just like that as her way of existing, and you have learned a different strategy, maybe you could say. But she doesn't have really much of a strategy at all, actually. and and you are, as I said, this warrior type brother in a way, and very defensive, or hiding a little bit. But you don't have to, and then you do not have to give a lot. You don't have to throw away this shield. You can just you just have to show something a tiny bit, and she will discover that and turn around probably, and you know, or at least not move further away, so you can connect in some way that strengthen you both. And you can still keep this shield, and you can still take it gradual and slow as you need to. But try to find some little ways to strengthen these bonds. It will go a long way. I wonder also if you, in some way or another, think this woman, if that then is a woman or whomever you are, I call you Percy, is that why I think that? But anyways, I think this. It's almost also like you have given up something. I mean, as if you don't think it's possible, and that's maybe also the difference is she does think so, but if no one is there, she can't like strengthening bonds herself. It's impossible. So, yeah, there is misunderstandings. Yeah, I mean, not misunderstandings really, but the perceptions are so different. You come from totally different way of perceiving. But what I was going to say is that she, maybe you also think she's not too good for you, but if you would see her with those kinds of eyes that are actually correct, then probably you also would maybe uh, maybe find yourself. I mean, not that you wouldn't be worthy of her, but maybe you would consider yourself not being. Not that you wouldn't think you would be enough, but I don't know. Maybe you will judge yourself a bit for the judgment you have been giving her, or suspicion, or so on. Anyway, she's there, but also it could be since she's walking through this. There is a lot of trees, those white flowering trees, or what it is. Maybe it's someone also that you have lost. It feels like, she's walking into the light. So maybe this is something you try to regain also, that there is a previous woman in your life or mother figure, someone that meant the world to you, and they walked out of your life, so to speak, and that may also be a reason why you don't want to connect too much, because you don't want to be hurt like that again. Although it wasn't like intentionally meant in that sense, but still you may have that subconscious protection there. Yeah. But yeah, as I said, open up just a little bit will go a long way. I mean, it will turn this around if you would want to. But I think also because you're quite intelligent, yeah, she's more, in a way, more down to earth, yeah. But she is full of surprises, and also, I mean, in a good way, that is, only in a good way. But also this warrior here. I think since you think a lot, so you may have, all the words I try to find. You may have not prenup, but what am I going to say? You may have seen all difficulties that may come, although they won't. They won't really, but you still see them ahead. You think, oh my, this and that will be a struggle. This will be challenging, and that will be, and therefore you just stand there and you don't move in the direction towards what you want. Yeah, that's it. For the love. Do you understand it? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I see. You're standing there with your shield up, but you have all that. You are so passionate, and you have so much. It seems like in this card, like the energy of, you are a very physical being. I mean, you have a very passionate nature, but most of the card is purple. I mean, it's filled with this purpose, I think, also the spiritual purpose that you focus on in a way, whatever that is. I mean, it doesn't have to be religious or so, but then there is this those clouds that are pink, and then this red sky also in the card, and that makes me think that also you dismiss since the what I think about as romantic colors would be like the pink here, but you think of it as pink glasses or pink clouds, like it's some illusion that is in your way, rather than something to aim for. But then this sky is totally red and everything. So I mean, there is so much passion there. There is so much will for it, but you shouldn't not do that. You should do a little bit for this. If you see a beautiful woman passing you by, you should say hi, or at least, yeah, anything, just anything, because it's around you, or if it's someone special, but it's there, and you need, yeah, you don't need to. You can stand there with your defenses if you wish. No one would change it, but for you. But I mean, you anticipate. That's the word I was looking for. You anticipate challenging times that isn't even there, and you could gain so much beautiful things, and you could realize that you don't need these defenses at all in time, if you let it take time. Because this woman in the image here, if that's a specific one, or if there is someone just around who could potentially be one for you or something, she is also not quick. I mean, she's not leaving quickly, and she's not I'm not saying she's slow, but she's like she have no problems with taking things slow, in the sense that they can grow in a pace that you you can tolerate, so to speak, that you can without I really think you could easily let go of your defenses if you stop thinking so much about what could happen or what have been that may be repeating or something like that, because this is something entirely new. The one also, the ace here, and the one that also talks about something I think you haven't experienced before. The attitude of this woman is so different. So it's something you are not acquainted with. You don't understand it even really, because you haven't met these people before so much. So when you see the purity of her intent and how kind of natural that is and everything, that will surprise you, I think. Yeah, but it haven't yet started to grow. So I mean, between you, but you need to let go of the defenses to be able to strengthening these bonds as well. And you can trust your intuition, so just tune into that, or check it with others that are intuitive, even readers online. But I mean, preferably maybe someone you could meet and sit with or something, if you don't trust your own. But you can, but you have to listen to something else than your if you could call them fears. But I think I don't think you're fearful. I think you're rather prepared. You feel like you think ahead of time. It's not because of fear, but more out of logic, or out of what seems valid or probable, but there are other things possible that you don't know of yet. So the suggestion is open up. I also have the psychic tarot, the normal one. The normal. This was the tarot of the heart, and these are the psychic tarot, just general. Shall I pull some extra cards for that? Just related to any topic whatsoever. But as they said, you don't need to do much. You just need to show something, so someone even understand that you are available at all. Because if you don't make any sort of move, not even a smile, not even nothing, then or like, no, I was going to say something. Sometimes I forget I do this online publicly, but I was going to say like whatever with your eyes. I mean, you have to do something. Yeah. But minor things is enough. Yeah. Okay. I will pick some cards from these then. The Psychic Tarot. Let's see what they say. Oh, look at this. These are not even the this is not even the God, so slow. Although I started drinking the coffee now. The Love Tarot, but the first card that comes up is the Two of Cups, the spiritual union. Here is like two people who share the same mind almost. They keep their heads towards, they head bump or kiss each other like headbutts. No, but they don't butt heads. That's what they don't do. That's what you anticipate. But they won't do this. They really can see the other one's vision and understand. And there is so much love here, and also so much reflection. They can mirror themselves in each other. When you take that armor away, which you never ever almost do, but if you understand that you could with this person, then you would see that you are pretty much alike. Everyone is like that inside, without all those layers, protective layers on top of them. So everyone have that innocence, spirit inside. Very few live it in the world, and that could be smart also. But here, so the first card I got here is that love. So this is very, very possible for you. It's like there for you if you just grab it, if you just want it. And there is also this chalice, which is almost like, the Holy Grail, or almost like the Ace of Cups, although this is the Two of Cups, but still, it's like potential for all kinds of blessings and love here. And then we also get the fulfillment of wishes, the Nine of Cups. So this is wish fulfillment. And I think this woman, whomever she is, in the former cards, I think that is the one. So if you know someone that is gliding away slowly into the distance, I don't know, that's the one I feel. But maybe it's just someone you haven't noticed, I don't know. But fulfillment of wishes is here, and there is like waterfalls pouring down, and there is a treasure chest with all the treasures you could think of. I mean, yeah, it's just a symbol, for whatever. Almost looks like he's this wise person here granting wishes, standing on a peach or something. What does he show? A flower he holds, something. This seems like a Chinese master of swords. I don't know. But anyways, everything is there for you. It's pouring down, as with the Ace of Pentacles. Also, it would be like fulfillment on all levels. And that's fascinating, and you don't really. Then comes the last card here of these cards that I picked now. All of these are cups, so all these are emotions. So actually, that is the most important thing. So it's actually the other deck that I picked from the beginning. That is the message to you here, because even in this one, it only talks about that. And here, the last card here is that is what you fear. You don't want to lose. You don't want. I mean, it says emotional loss in the Five of Cups, and you do not want to experience that loss. You don't want to. No one wants to, but you really hang on to that with your protective layers, then, or your, shields or whatever armor. Because here is someone holding his hands on his heart, and I think it's about that anticipation, not only sadness because of some loss that have been before, but that also maybe you have that so fresh in mind, or you keep repeating repetitively. Wow, the words, yeah, thinking about it, and also maybe not being bitter, but rather sad. And I think maybe you repeat this for yourself so that you will remember not to get in that situation again. I think you purposely focus on that, so that as if you would then prevent it from happening again. If you keep that fresh in mind, you will be ready so that you won't like stumble into some such situation again. I think you keep this sadness close to your heart, also from out of love for someone maybe that you have lost, but mainly I think it is because you feel that would somewhat help you from feeling that loss again, because you are quite an emotional person. And that I could see, passionate. Maybe that also when at the beginning of this audio, when I was irritated at everything, maybe that's the way it comes out also sometimes with you, because you have this warrior type of red energy, which is also sometimes a symbol for anger or the passionate kind of energy. But these cards are, everything in them are almost like green, and there are some purplish color here also. He have in this last 5 of Cups card, or 5 of emotions, I mean, he have a purple. He's standing like close to the ocean, but he turns his back also on the ocean, which is love then here. And also, and in his heart there are some, pink colors and red. You are romantic inside though, but he also have these purple or violet clothes. So I think you have tried to rather focus on some maybe not mission, but some goal or something else, rather than there is also green. There is all kinds of love is in your heart, but you hold that in. You almost have to hold your hands on your heart to keep it in, because it's very strong there. But yeah, but you have like put this here. He's not armored though, but still, yeah, you have focused rather on, I don't know, more, I guess, eternal is the word, things, or something beyond the personal love rather. But that is as a protection measure. That's like as a cop out, actually. It's like a, what is it? Defense mechanism, yeah. And you keep bringing this sadness into your heart because you think about it, or so you keep feeling it. And all those blessings are there, but you turn away from them. You need to little bit turn towards it, because there is so much goodness here. I mean, you get 2 of Cups, spiritual union, and 9 of Cups, fulfillment of wishes. There is like on each side of this, whomever shares those blessings then, are those waterfalls just pouring. I mean, huge waterfalls pouring all kinds of awesome things towards you, which is then emotionally also, but also love, and in all kinds of ways. Not only that, because maybe also you have some thoughts about, when it comes to those Ace in Pentacles, like material things, like maybe that is something you have questions about or so. But there, in all kinds of ways, there will just be everything you wished for. There will be just blessings all the way here. But you need to turn away. I mean, not turn away. You need to do the other thing. Turn around and see all these. It's there for you. It's already there, but you need to turn towards it. You don't even have to seek it. It's ready. It's there. So lovely. I love to do these readings, because I'm not one of those readings or readers who give me messages that, I mean, I don't try to comfort as such. Yeah, I hope I would do that too, but my aim is to be as clear as I possibly can be about what the message is. And I'm happy to be able to give such a message because it was super good. Yeah, couldn't be better, honestly. Yeah. It's not very every day. Now I have to take some more coffee here. I don't think I will pull cards for myself. Maybe you have some, or a rune or something for me. They are rough with me though. Yeah, I hope you appreciate that, and I hope you can also see that you don't have to rush. You don't have to rush with anyone. If you question things, be let yourself be hesitant, but still don't just stop. I mean, take it slow, do those little things towards bonding, strengthening bonds, but let yourself take it in your pace so you don't scare yourself. You are allowed to take it slow, but to totally turn away from it, it really, you miss out on so many good things there. Yeah, so much happiness. But then again, if you get that happy, you won't have time to sit here with me all the time. What will I do then? Yeah, I will do some witchy things. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Witchy things are good things. Okay, so yeah. So that's that. Do you have any more questions or anyone? There was someone who went in here and left again, so they have already left. Otherwise, I have other decks here as well. I have the Toss Tarot. I wonder where my runes are. They should be somewhere around, but I can't see them. I have the book of them though. Yeah. I move around things. Even if I just sit on one spot, I'm the messiest person. I can kind of lose something in front of my eyes. I don't know how I would do it. That's kind of a trick. I'm magical like that. Yeah, I don't know how I do it. Actually. Well, anyways. So now. But I have a Native American deck here, and I have a Aura Soma, and I have Aradia, like a Alex Gray also. I have Sacred Mirrors, that is Witch's Oracle, Crow Tarot. I have some Teal Swan. They are tough. Frequency Tarot. I also have her. What is the other one called? They are so they push people so far. So many don't. I mean, I can't even use them on many people. Thanks for being here with me. And also the Book of Shadows Tarot. Actually, I have a lot of cards in reach, Witch's Wisdom, usually I don't reach all of them. The Mystical Shamans Tarot and the Zombie Tarot. Oh my gosh, everything. Kuan Yin Oracle that I never use. It's too long text in it. I don't even. But I used to work with her quite a lot. And also I have these that I don't remember what they are called. They are whatever is the name for these. I always forget it. It's actually Jessica left, but it was one of her decks long ago. I saw on her. Actually, it was the back of them. There is a huge sun on the back of the cards. It was the back of them that I fell in love with, let's say. But she had this deck, so I ordered it many years ago. It's called. I have to check that second. So I asked someone who have them what they are called. But the one who have these actually have a different variations of them because they don't look the same, but they are called the same, whatever that is. Let's see. Here somewhere should be. What? Gilded Tarot, yeah, that's the name of them. Yeah. But she have a different version of them. I guess there are several. I don't know. Yeah. So, and on my personal, I mean the